Hi everyone, I am so glad you decided to watch Ingrid's World. My name is Ingrid Paris Hicklin. I am fortunate to serve as the host and executive producer of Ingrid's World. Meet Bobbi Guirl, a children's book author, content creator, and storyteller committed to breast cancer awareness and the positive representation of Black fathers. Prior to launching Lily's Big Question series, Bobbi Guirl led the way for nearly 35 years at NASA in communication, public outreach, and even designing. Most notably, her team won a Webby Award for the NASA Home and City website, which is still up and running. She holds a bachelor's degree in communication from the University of Maryland, a master's degree in organizational development from Johns Hopkins University. Bobbi Guirl founded Bobbi Guirl Books in 2025 and launched the first book, Lily's Big Question series, in February of 2026. Well, welcome to the show, Bobbi Guirl. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Well, I talked a little about your career, but I'm going to ask you to tell us more about your career.
Oh, my career, well, let me just start off. I started at NASA as a senior in high school.
Wow.
A senior in high school, and like you mentioned, I finished my career. I recently retired. I finished 34 years. I did 34 years at NASA.
Amazing.
Now, don't do the math on how old I am. I like to tell the story that they got me young.
That's right, that's right.
But yeah, I had a great career. I worked with some brilliant people. I worked at 4 of our centers. Mm-hmm. I'm very pleased with the way NASA treated me and the accomplishments I've had there.
So now you write this beautiful book, and it's Lily's Big Question, we have it. So what's the book about? What's Lily's Big Question?
That's my heart.
Aww.
I love this book for so many reasons. Lily's Big Question is about a curious little girl who is being raised single-handedly by her father. After the loss of her mother.
Wow.
To breast cancer.
To breast cancer, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so that's the underpinning of this story, mm-hmm. Not mentioned in the book. And I mentioned that to you right here because Lily is me.
Oh,
my
Lily
mother,
is you.
Yeah, my mother passed away when I was 5, and I had the most amazing father who single-handedly raised me into the woman you see right now.
Wow, and this accomplished, wonderful woman sitting right beside me. Wow. So, and your intent in writing the book, you know, why, you know, there's so many subjects and you're well-versed in so many different things. Why, you know, it was about your mom, and that was what you wanted to share, or your father's story? Tell us.
So it's interesting how this came about. I didn't set out to be a children's author. I did not. I was at NASA writing about thrust oscillation, the retirement of the shuttle, and the beginning of Orion spacecraft, and doing NASA Home and City, the website. But one day I had a meeting with a speaking coach, and she and I were talking about a book that she wrote, and it was a children's book, and it was about her life, and I was inspired. I said, hey, I wonder what my book would be called, or what my book would be if I were to write it. And so I took the initial steps to write Lily's Big Question. And honestly, I really just thought it would be a book that I would have on my dining room, my living room table, my coffee table, and sell to a couple of people. But now this.
Wow. And now you're writing this wonderful book. Well, what grabs me also is not only the story, but also the illustrations. So tell us about the illustrations in your book.
Yes, the illustrations were produced by my creative team at Bobbi Guirl Books.
Ah, so you gave them a vision. I mean, first of all, the character Lily is so beautiful, and she's like so pretty and just glorious in there.
Well, like I said, Lily is somewhat like me, okay, and I wanted my character to have a little plumpness to her. Yeah. It just makes you want to dive in and pinch her cheek.
Yeah.
She has full legs, and she's just someone that people can relate to. I knew that I was onto something when I showed the character to men, and they said, "Oh, bingo, we got it." And so the other illustrations, very vibrant. You see, the title has a lot of color, and I just wanted to be joyful all the way through. Yes.
Joyful. And that's exactly, you know, what happens when I read the book. When I read it, it was joyful. You were just so happy that Lily was able to go back, you know, and then one of them, they apologized to her, and that was like so beautiful, you know.
Exactly, because that's what childhood is. Childhood is about learning, and you learn through experience. And without giving the entire book away, you're right, yeah. She went through a challenge, and she learned, her peers learned from their actions through her reaction. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I won't give it all. I swear, I want to tell it all.
We're going to leave it as a cliffhanger. People have to read it on their own.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it as a cliffhanger. Okay, so I'm always fascinated about the publishing process, because that's hard. Tell us about it.
The publishing process. Now, first of all, again, this is my first, so there was a bit of an unexpected turn of events during the process. I came back from Hawaii, had a great trip. I was about 95% finished with the book.
Okay.
With my first team, and then they lost the file.
Wait a minute. Lost?
Lost. Yes.
Okay.
And so I had two options: to get on the floor and start kicking and screaming like a little kid, or to stand up and keep going. And so you see the book, so you know which option I took.
And wow.
Yeah. The new team developed the revamped Lily and pushed it through. But Ingrid, nothing happens by mistake. This is the character that God wanted me to have. This is the book that God wanted me to share. Yes. And there was nothing that was going to stop His will through me.
Yeah, I had to believe that. And, you know, because it was meant for you to do this beautiful book. And I was just reminiscing with you about how I met you, and I didn't even know anything about the book. But then after you did your presentation and your speech, I'm like, oh, we have to bring her to television. She has to come to FPA.
Yes.
and talk about this wonderful book. So what is, you know, what do you want your readers to come away with? After they finish reading, as the author, what do you want them to come away with?
So there's a couple of things that I want readers to come away with. So when it comes to Lily, the character, I want little girls to see themselves in Lily. Lily is curious. Lily is happy. Lily goes through ups and downs. Lily is supported through her community. When it comes to the fathers in the world, I want fathers to see themselves in caretaking for a daughter. And one thing I didn't say just yet is that from this point forward, I'm going to use Lily and my platform to stand up for for fathers, because my father was so present in my life. And fathers get a bad rap.
Yes, they do.
And especially black fathers. Now, I can't talk about other demographics because that's not where I was raised, so I don't know them.
Right.
But the data shows that black fathers are more present than other demographics. And not only that, but when they are present in their daughters' lives, those young ladies grow up to outshine their peers academically and emotionally and so forth. So I just want to make sure
That's
that
right.
is shines through.
That's right.
And for little boys, now little girls gravitate to this and little boys may feel left out. But no, that's not the case. Little boys can see a male role model, you know, and see themselves as a positive, and we need more of that.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to families, I want families, like I mentioned before, I want families to be able to rally around this book, to show their children, to have these conversations. And this isn't my last book. My future books will definitely have more of the family engagement.
Wow. What's your inspiration for writing these books? I mean, it's kind of, let's say you open up this box and all these wonderful ideas keep pouring out.
Well, when I was at NASA, I was known as sort of a creative spirit. There's a test that they call the DISC assessment, and I'm a high I, which means that I'm full of ideas. Now that does well sometimes, but in the workforce, sometimes people get tired of your ideas. Like, I got a good idea, I got a good idea, I got a good idea. But now that I'm an entrepreneur and I get to go as fast or slow as I want in my own lane, these ideas are turning into Lily's Big Question, our coloring page on our website. They're turning into me going and reading to children. So the ideas are now fueling another avenue for me.
And do you ever see it being created into, let's say, a cartoon series? Because I'm just thinking, when I saw the book, immediately, you know, that's what I contacted you about. I said,
Yeah.
By any chance, do you have like a cartoon?
Yeah, actually, we are working on that. Wow. We are definitely working on having this animated because, like you, I can see that, you know, why not have Lily and her father and her friends? Lily has friends in the book as well. Yeah, Lily has friends. Yeah, animated. So we're just starting, but the best is yet to come.
Yeah, because when the book is so vibrant, I guess it's because of the colors that are in there and the energy. So you're saying, oh yeah, I can just see her just walking around and chatting it up, and her dad. And I don't know how your illustrators did this, but must have been you communicated to them. The dad's expressions are so thoughtful. They're not like, you can actually see how he's so attentive and supportive just on how it's drawn. And I think that's really, you have some amazing illustrators there. Did you interview them or something, or how did that happen?
Well, again, I spent years in communications.
Okay.
So I have a very keen eye, and I have a good sense of what translates. So while they have the talent, I have the vision, and together we made magic.
Oh, I like that. And together we make magic, and magic you're creating. So my question is that you are very successful. What has been the key to your success?
Well, as I mentioned earlier about the statistics of a present father and the impact he has on his daughter, and I'll just speak from the daddy-daughter perspective because that's my life. That's what I know. And my father, can I just tell you about my father?
Please do.
So, my father, I went to private school after my mother passed away, primary school, my father would drive me to my primary school, 15 minutes away from my house. From there, he would drive 60 minutes to his job, through Maryland, through DC, ending in Virginia. He would have his entire shift, 8-hour shift, turn back around to pick me up from school. That same journey through school. And then he would come home, cook, check my homework, run a bath, get me ready for bed, and get my clothes ready for the next day.
Wow.
Why wouldn't I want to honor a father like that and show the positiveness of Black fathers? Because there's many more out there.
You're quite right. You're quite right. And I feel as if this is the story we really want to get out. That's why when I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, how can we do this? So that's what inspired your father.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, and celebrating it. So my question always is like, how do you keep motivated? Because you have a lot going on, and from what you're saying, it sounds like you have a website, you have a team.
Yes.
How do you keep yourself motivated?
It's easy to be motivated because I just see the joy. When I see you, someone who doesn't know me, they are excited about it. I'm just like, I was meant to do this. Yeah. My retirement came a little earlier than I intended, but again, there's no mistakes. So now I have the time and the space to do that, and it's just amazing. Why wouldn't I be motivated to keep going?
Yes, and I honestly, say that you're quite right. There are no mistakes. It was meant for you to share this beautiful gift, and to have the experience in NASA. You've launched a lot of different programs, from website to educating people, and now you get to take those wonderful skills and then use it to communicate.
Yes, I miss my NASA team. I really do. I enjoyed them so much, and NASA was so good to me, and I was good to them in return. But like you said, it's an honor for me to put that to rest and pick this up now in a new world.
It's a new world.
Yeah.
It's just right there, chopping at the bit for you. So you have other books planned in the series. So who we're going to meet in the other books?
Well, Ingrid. It's on the tip of my tongue. I want to tell you so bad. Let's just say ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho. Okay. All right. So you have me chopping at the bit. I'll have to sign up so I'll know when the book is released. So I'll be like, okay, send me where's the book?
Santa Claus may be coming around for Lily. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I tell you, you really know communications. You really know how to, to do that. So, keys for success. How do you deal with? And I'm such a positive person like yourself, but have you ever been, let's say, like denied or told no? Really? And how do you deal with it? What do you do?
That's a great question. Sometimes it never feels good initially to hear no, especially when you're expecting a yes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But if you're told no, you can't just bust down the door. Sometimes those roadblocks are put there on purpose for you to go take a detour. And that detour, you may not have thought that's where you wanted to go, but that's where your blessing is. And that's where your intention is. And that's where your next story is.
Really?
Yeah, I truly feel that way. I am very glad that I am where I am in my career as far as retirement, my new role as an author, and yeah, and it kind of was a detour, like, oh, let's change lanes, and here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So someone is out there watching, and they're saying, you know, I want to be just like you, Bobbi. What should they be doing if they want to follow you? You're sitting here really successfully. Now you're on your second career.
Yes.
So someone says, you know, I want to be just like her. You know, what should they be doing?
One thing they should do is not sit on their dreams.
Ooh.
And another thing they should never do is deny themselves of their purpose. So I truly believe that we all have a purpose here. That's why we're not all doctors or lawyers, because we need variety. And you need to figure out what your strength is and what your purpose is and your role is in this community we call a world, and do it. Because the last thing you want to do is see someone else doing it and say, I had that thought.
Oh my word, I had that thought. Wow. Yeah, because, yeah. So you said don't sit on the dreams.
Don't sit on your dream. And I've now that I did this book, I hear a lot of women and men who say, I have a book. I have a book inside of me. I have an idea. And I'm like, well, get that book out of you. Let's go. And I have inspired some people just through seeing me, like a regular person, you know, do big things. Every day isn't a good day.
I don't think you're a regular person. I'm not buying that one. You're not regular.
Yeah.
Extraordinary, yes. Regular, no. but definitely, but people are gravitating towards it because it's hard work writing a book, but it's also what I get from you is the joy that you have in terms of completing it. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to do that and to be able to share that gift. So we have a minute. This always happens. 1 minute. Okay, so what's one thing you want your readers to remember from your book?
Curiosity is your superpower, and questions help you learn and grow.
Oh, I hope everybody's reading. Curiosity is your superpower.
Your superpower, and questions help you learn and grow.
Okay, I hope everybody was jotting that down because that's amazing. Bobbi Guirl, thank you so much for being on Ingrid's World.
Thank you.
You're absolutely wonderful.
I appreciate it.
Well, I love having Bobbi Guirl on Ingrid's World, and I hope that you'll enjoy, you know, everything about the book if you decide to read it. I read it and it was amazing. So it's like onward and upward when I kind of think about, you know, about you, Bobbi, because you have created a book and it just inspires all of us, you know, to do so much. So my inspirational quote is from Stacey Abrams, the former Georgia State Representative. We all will at some point encounter hurdles to gaining access, entry, moving up, and conquering self-doubt. But on the other side is the capacity to own opportunity and tell our own story. This was such a fun show to do. And major announcement, everyone. Ingrid's World is live stream on fcac.org, Channel 10. Find Ingrid's World viewing schedule on ingridsworld.org and then watch the show. Or you can watch the show anytime on YouTube at Ingrid's World YouTube channel, LLC, or ingridsworld.org. And please follow me on Facebook at Ingrid's World or follow the show at Ingrid's World VA and X and Instagram. Thanks for watching.